Hello there, I'm Julian. I'm the Senior Reserve Manager for Natural England at the Humberhead Peatlands National Nature Reserve. I've come this Sunday morning, 2nd of February 2025, to have a look at some absolutely fantastic peat restoration work being undertaken by the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust and also by Natural England at the southern end of Thorne Moors. It's an area called Casson's Garden and Casson's Marsh. You might just be able to see in front of the wind turbines behind me an area of higher peat, which may never have been commercially cut over for peat historically, and it's some of the best and deepest peat on Thorne Moors, up to 4 metres deep, we've just discovered. I'm just bowled over by what I'm seeing here this morning. This is peatland restoration on a really large scale. To give you an idea, if I'd been stood at this point 6 months ago in the summer, you wouldn't have seen the wind turbines because there would have been rhododendron scrub right behind me. We've flailed this area off. The rhododendron is growing here partly because the peat is too dry, and as well as that there's a huge amount of birch scrub which comes up and drowns out all the bog vegetation and fantastic insects and birds like nightjars that we're trying to conserve on Thorne Moors. The Yorkshire Wildlife Trust and Natural England have organised for this to be flailed off. But you might be thinking, how do we stop it just growing back again? And the idea is that we have to get the peat wetter. And to do this, we've been using plastic dams, but also a really important peatland restoration technique called trench bunding. We dig down into the good peat below the surface, bring it up to the top to replace some of the crumbly, dried out, half oxidised peat that the water can just pour over or through. What we're trying to do is to keep as much of the rainfall that falls on here close to the surface so it can seep in and saturate that peat rather than flowing off over into the ditches and into the pump drain farmland around the edge of Thorne Moors. This is going to be absolutely mind-blowing for insects over the next few years. One of the very rare insects that we have on Thorne Moors is called the Thorne pinpal beetle. It's found nowhere else other than the Humberhead Peatlands National Nature Reserve in the UK. It likes peat that's either bare or just been colonised by cotton grasses. There's just going to be a mind-blowing number of these beetles in the next few years. So I just wanted to put this reaction on tape that I'm just blown away by the work that's being done here. It's really exciting. This is peatland restoration at an incredibly large scale. It's not cheap, and we need to thank DEFRA's Nature for Climate Peatland Grant Fund for that, and elements of this are also being funded by the EU through our Moor Space Life project. Wherever the money comes from, this is fantastic work. Not only is it going to be fantastic for nature, but peatlands in bad condition give off lots of carbon dioxide. This will be reducing the carbon dioxide and a lot of the brash that you can see from the birch and the rhododendron that's been flailed. As we get this wetter, it's going to be covered over with cotton grass and sphagnum moss. It's going to be incorporated into the peat. We're going to be sucking carbon dioxide out of the air in future, not giving it off on areas of this like Thorne Moors.